Yeah. Now let's take a look at the date table creation. Okay, how here you can see that something called calendar table here. Okay, so usually we use this naming a dim date, something like that, date dimension. And in some projects, you can see that time dimension. They keep the date separately and time separately. If you want to perform any time-based analytics, in that case, it's correct only, yeah, dim date. I just go here. This is my date dimension. This is my date dimension. So you need to create a separate date table to hold all the date related information in it. Okay. And okay, if I don't create date dimension, what will happen? Behind the scene, the Power BI desktop, it creates date tables on your behalf for each date column. Supposing in my table, I have 5 date columns are there. For each date column, it creates a date table like this, not with this many number of columns, a date, year, month, quarter, like that, right? So for each date column, it creates separate date tables. It is a overkill. Why for each date column, order date, why I need a separate date table, and ship date, why I need a separate date table, and due date, why I need a separate date table. Okay, these are the date tables, that are created automatically, and these auto date tables are permanently hidden. Even as a modeler, we cannot see that. So you cannot see in the fields pane here. You cannot see it. Okay, the date table related columns on the table also you can see it here. Okay, and also you cannot the table and its column, you cannot, the automatic date table and column, it cannot be directly referenced by your DAX expressions. Because of this disadvantage of the automatically created date tables, it is not recommended to enable that one. So how do I disable that one? You can go to your file menu and then options and settings and click on options. Here you will find data load. Yeah, look here in the data load. So I just repeat it one more time because it's difficult to remember. File, go to file menu and then options and settings and click on the options. Here you will find the data load. Okay, here you will find auto date time. When you uncheck it and when you click on OK, what all the date tables got created automatically by Power BI Desktop will get dropped. Anyhow, for the time being, I'm not going to make any changes, but this is how in reality we need to do it. Okay. So once you uncheck it, next step is you need to create the date table. So in this case, what I did, I just clicked on new table. Look here, in this case, not measure, not new column, new table. Okay, I just click on new table. I will show you one more time how to create this one. You can give whatever name for your date table. Okay, but we follow some naming convention. Different projects and different customers, different companies, they use different naming convention. Usually all the dimension table will be prefixed with them. Maybe underscore will be there. Anyhow, we will create. So now what I do is I use something called calendar function. It is available. So you can see that you need to pass these two arguments, start date and end date. Okay, you can specify it, but you can type the date here, start date, end date. You can specify it directly by typing it. But if you type, it is not going to be dynamic. Okay, what you need to do is use some logic. For example, min of order date. Let's say in my sales fact table, I have something called order date and comma max of order date. What happens is when you give like this, it will go and check the least order date, and the most recent order date it will pick up with the max. Okay, that means the day when I started my business, the very first order, whatever I raised it, from that day to till date, till the recent order, right? The most recent order, it'll whatever the dates are, right? For that, it will generate the dates sequentially. Okay, even though you don't have any sales on specific days, still it will generate the date values in a date column sequentially. Okay, I just execute this one and show you what is happening. Look here, along with the date, time is also there. If you need time, you can keep it. If you don't need it, what you do is you just click on date column. When you click on the date column, you'll find date time. You just go and set it as a date so that the time will be removed here. Only date is there. Okay, fine. So what function that I used to create the date table? Calendar function. Here's something called calendar auto is also available. We can use calendar to create the table, but the argument is start date, end date. But here we have used minimum and maximum. We did not specify the date as it is. The reason why we did not specify like 14 March 2001 to 20 or 6th October 2020, why we did not specify the value here, it's here, because it's very dynamic. Because if you specify the date, any specific date here, what will happen is, for example, 6th October, if you specify it here, the maximum order date, from starting from January 14th March 2011, that is when we raised the first order, and then till 6th October, whatever is there, 2022, it will generate the date. And after 1 week, if you wanted to see the last 1 week sales performance, for example, after 7th October to 17th October, if you wanted to see the sales performance in this date table, you will not have 7th October to 17th October dates in it. Hence, it will not do the filtering correctly. Hence, to make it dynamic, we are using min max. Okay, and we just did this. Okay, it created. Next one is we need in the date dimension table. We need to have the year, month, quarter, month name, day name, everything we needed. But in the case of automatic date table, you cannot have this flexibility of including many columns, because sometimes your manager wants you to see the weekly report. The weekly report, the x-axis, it should show Monday through Friday. What is the sales? Right? In the x-axis, Monday, Tuesday, the text value should be there. Monday, the day name should be there. So in that case, the day name is not available in date dimension table. How can you do that? The default date dimension table, it will not have it. That's the reason why we create the custom date dimension table. So next one, quickly, I'll show you. Here, I just go to the home ribbon. Here, we click on the new column. This is the calculated table. Look here, I just clicked on the new table, and here I created this. And remember this, okay, because we are creating the table. Okay, and this is kind of we cannot say static table. It's kind of a dynamic table only, because it's dynamically picking up this one. The next one is I'm going to create a new column here. Here I say year. This column name I call it as an year, and then I'm going. There is a year function that is available, and what I do is order date. Ordered. So not order. Sorry. Here the date column already is there, right? From this we need to. So this one is available in my dim date column. Please remember this. Okay, see, my other student, after training program, he got some interview call. First round he cleared, second round they gave him an assignment. He was struggling here and all. Okay, and so you need to use this column to extract from this column, to extract only the year. See what happens here. The year function extracts only year 2021. Look here, so that you can compare this year's sales with previous year's sales. Look here, in this data set, we have only 2 years of data. With this, you can compare it. Similarly, I'm going to create another column. I just say month, and here I use month of the dim date, dim underscore date of date. This table's date column. See, the year, month, everything we are going to extract it from here only. Okay, don't try to do it that mistake here. Okay, everything. This is the base column. With this only we are going to extract everything: month, year, quarter. There is a quarter function that is available. We can create the new column, and you can specify the quarter here. Dim date. So this one will give you the quarter. So March belongs to which quarter? March is first quarter, something like that. 1, 2, 3, something like that. Okay. And next one is, for example, the something different, or not the table. Sorry, new column. Click on the dim date again, and here I just click on new column. Here, what I do is I just say the day here, weekday. So for this, there is no direct function is available. You need to use format. There is something called format, and here the dim date column. This is the base column. Okay, and comma here you need to say DDD. I think so. I don't remember this one. Let us see what happens. Yeah, good. So it's working fine. So with the 4 days, it gives you the entire day name. Or if you just want to have only bed Monday 3 letters, use 3 something like that. Okay, like this. And similarly, you can if you use it gives you the month name: Jan, Feb, March, something like that. Okay. And the next one is the weekday. Weekday you can create it. So now you understood, you got a fair amount of idea how to create the date dimension table using the calendar function. This is a custom date function. It is not advisable creating, or it is not advisable using the automatic date table created by the Power BI. Okay, now I create the date dimension. Fine. What is the next step? I just go to the model view, dim date. This is the one I created it. You just click on these 3 dots. This is called your ellipse. Click on it here and mark as date table. You can mark it as date table. That's it. And then date column is your date. The first column is a date column, isn't it? So you need to specify that one. That's it. But the first step is you go to file menu and then the options and uncheck the automatic date time, and then you need to do this one. Okay. Okay, the next step is, okay, the next thing what you need to remember is, in the case of custom date table, when you create it, the date column must be a date data type. Okay, it could be a date or date time, but it should have only the unique values in it, and it should not have any blank values, and it should not have any missing values. You know the difference in blank and missing values. Okay, and the date column should span full years. Okay, and it should be marked as a date table. Okay, and it should contain unique values. Okay, and there should not be any gap here. Okay, it should not be any gap. You only say, you know very well, 10th and 11th, there was a riot, there was no sales, we shut down the shop. But still, your date dimension table should have all the date, start from the minimum to maximum. All the dates should be there, whether you have sales or not. There should not be any gap. There should be unique values, no missing values, no blank values. And sorry, missing dates. There should not be any missing dates, no blank values. And it should span full years. Okay, not half years. Okay, 2021, the entire 2021 data should be there. But in this case, I have used the minimum, hence it starts from March to till the March. But for us in India, the financial year, starts every year, April, right? So we have some other options also available. You can create the financial year also, okay? Quarter or something, a quarter. For example, for April should be considered as a quarter one. Okay, and you have some option here. You have something like, I don't remember it on top of my head. Returns a number from something like, 03 30, right? So the 03 30 or something. You need to specify that one. Probably I'll check and tell you. Returns January to March, October to December. Yeah, the one, right? So one or two, something like that. I think. No, I don't remember it. I will check and tell you that one. Okay. Now you understood the prerequisite for creating the date dimension table and why we need to create a date dimension table. Now you understood. And the next thing is, after you create a date dimension table, you need to set it as a date table in the model view. Fine. Okay, we are done with the data modeling part. Okay, and the next one is, we will jump into the data visualization. We will continue from next week. Okay, you take a break and watch my videos tomorrow and this weekend. Till this weekend, you can watch it. And the Monday, not Monday, Tuesday, we'll resume the session. Okay, we'll continue the session. Tuesday, we'll start with the data visualization part. In the meanwhile, I will share you the assignments, all the things. Okay, and also, you can work on the assignments, whatever I have it in my website, the training in Chennai, right? You go there and start work on the assignments, start work on the quizzes side by side. Okay. Any questions? Okay, since you don't have any questions, I'm going to wrap up now. We'll circle back next Tuesday. I will share this file also, okay, so that you can use it for reference purpose. Yeah, somebody asked the question. What is that? Yes, Satya, tell me, what is your question? One second. Let me just. Let me do one thing. Yes, Satya, you can ask me now. What is your question? Hello. I'm not able to hear you, Satya. Can you type it in the chat window?